Today I'm going to be talking about items that I think are worth saving on and items that I think are worth splurging on. To me, there is a difference between being cheap and being mindful about the items that you buy. This is 100% my opinion, not fact, not judging anyone, so take inspiration as you please. And by this video, you'll be able to understand a little bit about what is important to me and what I prioritize in my life. Again, everyone is different and has their own rules when it comes to how they like to live their life and how they like to spend their money. So I hope with this video, you can create your own shopping structure and your own mindfulness rules. I'm gonna save when it comes to buying a coffee at a cafe. I'm a pretty simple coffee drinker. I like a plain latte. I don't really even add sweetener, and I actually stopped swapping for alternative milk. I usually feel like when I have these specialty lattes or like a vanilla latte somewhere, they kind of all taste the same to me. I'll inaugurate the season with like maybe one pumpkin spice latte, maybe like one apple cider chai. But after that, I feel like I honestly like don't really care. So when I go out, I definitely try to keep my coffee order to around $5. And my rule of thumb for myself is that I only get a coffee with a friend or for the sake of like a social situation. I don't get coffees alone anymore. I don't go through a drive-thru. I barely use loyalty apps. If I am gonna have a drink alone, I'm just gonna make it at home. I will splurge on a fragrance. I'm a big fan of the Glossier You line. I just really like the concept of a signature fragrance. I just feel like there's nothing that smells quite like it, and to be frank, they are on the less expensive side of fragrances. I think it's crazy to spend like over $200 on a fragrance. These are just around like $100, which is kind of pricey, but I think it's totally worth it. I always get compliments when I wear these. The fragrance lasts all day, and the cool like technology about it is that it smells differently on everybody. I feel like cheap perfume is just not a good look. So investing in a fragrance that makes you feel good, I think is worth it. I will forever be a Glossier perfume girl. I think I've had maybe like 6 bottles of it in the last like few years just because I found it, I like it, I think it's worth being consistent in. And I also don't wear it every day. I usually wear it when I'm like going out or I'm doing something, so I feel like these have lasted me a long time. I will save on hand soap just because of the frequency of how often hand soap is used. I think it's hard for me to wrap the idea around a very expensive, luxurious bathroom soap. Soft soap, a bar of soap, whatever is like just gonna do the job, I think is good enough. I feel like you can get like a dupe or things that are pretty similar at Home Goods or TJ Maxx. Like they have a lot of these sets that are pretty affordable, and like it's soap. All you need to do is just like wash your hands and go. This is the year that I am splurging on my jean collection because I am trying to build a lifetime wardrobe. I'm really tired of buying very cheap jeans where the color wears off, fit isn't right. Like something about it just is not good quality, or not even just quality, but something that I love, like a piece that I want. With jeans, there's always like an aspect that you have to compromise with, and I am done doing that. For example, this might be subjective, but at the end of last year, I bought a pair of jeans from Stussy. I feel like trying to find dupes and other styles just didn't give me the look that I wanted. And honestly, I do really like the brand. I like the culture of it, so I definitely wanted to get a pair for myself. And I only own 3 pairs of jeans, and these are one of them. I wear these all the time. These are actually men's jeans, and I got them in a little bit of a bigger size just so they can sit loose on me. These are the OG Stussy big ol' jeans, and they have like the button closure. And what's also good about investing in jeans like this is that they are easy to resell because this is like a better quality, a little bit more of a known brand. It makes it easier to get the resale value. So that's something that I also look for when I buy jeans. If I were to change my mind sometime in the future, hopefully not. I definitely bought these to last me as long as they can. I plan on buying more and kind of building my collection over time. Coats and outerwear. What if I told you there was an option where you can save, but it feels like you're splurging because the quality is that good? Quince has kindly gifted me some of their items to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Quince is a brand redefining luxury by offering high quality items at an affordable price. They believe in making premium fashion, home goods, and wellness products affordable without compromising on quality, sustainability, or ethics. Quince is different than other brands because they cut out the middleman and work directly with top-tier manufacturers. Their products range from the finest materials like cashmere, silk, and organic cotton, but at a fraction of the price. As you guys know, I take shopping very, very seriously because I want pieces that will last, and I'm looking for a reasonable price. I don't like adding things to my closet that are just gonna take up space, that aren't gonna last me a long time, and aren't quality pieces. So I love that Quince combines affordability with quality as well as sustainability. I think it's really, really important to look for organic materials when you're buying clothes, because that means that they are going to last longer. A lot of clothes nowadays are made from plastics like acrylic, polyester, and although it's easily accessible and maybe in more of our budget, those are clothes that are not going to last a very long time. Like I've said before, buy it nice or buy it twice. You could buy 5 polyester sweaters and ultimately spend $100 on something that's not good quality and not good for the environment and not good for your wallet, or a one-time purchase of a $50 cashmere sweater that is going to last you for years and years and years and is a timeless look like this, something worth getting excited about. If you want to shop some of the items that I've shown you today, feel free to check out the links below. And if you're a first-time customer, you'll get $20 off when you sign up for their email newsletters. Thank you so much to Quince for these items and for setting the bar so high in the fashion world. If there's an item or a tool that will help you do something more effectively, I think that's worth splurging on. If you want to be a graphic designer, but you feel like the computer that you have is holding you back, or you don't have the software that will allow you to create what you want to create, I think it's worth assessing your passion about something and investing in the item that's going to take you to your goal. Of course, there's a lot of things that come into play when we're talking about achieving a goal or working towards a specific skill. There's discipline, accessibility, time, confidence, inspiration. But if there is a specific item that is going to allow you to do something better, I think it's worth investing in, taking the time to research in, therefore invest in. Even something as simple as like the chair at your desk is uncomfortable and it's hurting your back. Yeah, like the chair is fine and you can make do with it. But if you feel like investing in something that's ergonomic, it's gonna give you better back support, it's actually gonna make you want to sit at your desk, then splurge on it. I think there's a line between like buying a bunch of stuff just because like you want to try it and you want to do it. For example, like if you're not really into painting and you're not like, that's not really your thing, buying all of the paint supplies in one afternoon isn't gonna take you from like beginner to Picasso. I think you have to have a little bit of that intrinsic motivation and that discipline first. Maybe make a wish list, maybe make a Christmas wish list, do your research, and then make that decision. But you shouldn't feel guilty for buying something that's going to support something that you're passionate about. I'm pretty simple when it comes to shampoo. Do I use the Head and Shoulders dandruff shampoo? Yeah, I do. I honestly don't feel like my hair is that sensitive. It's pretty thick, it's pretty tough. If someone can show me a shampoo that is going to be like a miracle or like change something for me, then like maybe I'll consider it, but I have been using Head and Shoulders for literally years. Like it was just what was in my family bathroom, but I would rather spend money on like conditioner or hair oils. As long as it can make my hair not feel oily and relieves my scalp, like I'm good. I'm a Head and Shoulders. Yeah. I will splurge when it comes to transportation. Take this with a grain of salt. I'm not saying like gas necessarily. I mean more splurging on the effort that it takes to get somewhere. I think a lot of people sometimes don't like to leave the house because they feel like it's expensive, whatever your method of transportation is. I've lived in an urban city and I've lived in a suburban city, and I've been around that specific category of people that always have to comment on how expensive something is when it comes to traveling, and it's true. Like the prices of gas, the price of a train ticket, the price of a subway ticket, like it's getting kind of ridiculous. However, I don't want to look back on my life and be like, wow, thank God I didn't go all the way to point B that one day in September. Like I'm so grateful that I saved $5, you know what I mean? What's on the other side of a journey, like seeing a friend, visiting a family member, I think that's all a worthy investment, because that's what like living your life is. Especially like if you're just gonna stay home and watch TV or like go on your phone, then it's not really worth like saving on the $5 just to do something that's not that satisfying. Even if you have to walk there, recently I've been trying to like walk to more places that I can. I don't think you'll ever regret spending time or spending money on the ability to go see somebody. I personally love like leaving the house and I don't know, committing that extra time and effort to see people I love and do the things that I enjoy. It's very far and few between that I will actually buy a book, especially if it is a fictional book. One, I really don't have the room to store all of that. I don't know where I would put all of these books that I've read. The library is so accessible, especially with digital libraries like Libby. There are so many books right under our thumbs. I don't think it's sustainable for me to spend $15 to $20 on every single book that I want to read. I do buy books when they're self-help books, or maybe books that I plan on reading again, or books that I want to annotate in, or books that have nuggets that I want to keep. But if it's going to be something that's short term or just for entertainment, I'm most likely just going to get it from from my library. I will always splurge on shoes. I've always been a shoe girl, maybe since like I was in high school, and then when I started making my own money and I could afford it, that's always been an area where I like to invest in more. Shoes are something that you wear every day. They need to be good quality and they have to stand the test of time. You can get maybe like a cheaper shoe or a shoe from like a non-shoe place, but I think buying ones that are your style, that have good quality, that just like make you feel good, they also really add a lot to an outfit. And I do love a funky, ugly shoe. I also would consider myself someone who takes very good care of their shoes, so I like investing in shoes, especially because I try and make them last as long as they possibly can. I'm pretty low maintenance when it comes to beauty maintenance. I haven't gotten my nails done in a really long time. I get a very inexpensive haircut, and when it comes to waxing and eyebrows and those different things, I learned how to do it myself. I like to pamper myself, but I don't really think I need some of these things to feel like I am pampering myself. I maybe might get my nails done once in a blue moon, but the reason that I don't is because I actually don't feel like it makes me feel pampered. I always regret getting them because I feel like the joy of having them doesn't outweigh the frustration I feel when I have them. When other people have it, I feel like it looks really cool. Personally for me, I just feel like it's so inconvenient. It's on the least of my priorities, even though I wish, because like it just looks so cool. And lastly, what I like to splurge on is travel. I am very privileged, I think, to say that I am well traveled for my age, and it's definitely something that I want to prioritize. Not only do you learn about the country and the people there, you also just learn a lot about yourself, the process of traveling, booking a flight, getting there, making all your arrangements. I really like focusing on saving in a lot of other areas of my life because I think experiences are way more valuable to me than some of these material items. Areas where I can save and maybe can keep my expenses like low maintenance for the sake of these future opportunities are definitely what I value the most. I just love being able to see all of these different places, and saving allows me to have the budget to do those things. Splurging on travel and these like once in a lifetime experiences are always going to be 100% worth it for me. Anyway, that brings me to the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below items that you save on and items that you splurge on. If you want to see more of my content, feel free to subscribe and like this video to let me know. Again, check out the links below for some of the items that I featured in this video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.